I've been a fan of tactical RPGs since I was a kid. Games like Shining Force, Fire Emblem, and Final Fantasy defined the tactical RPG genre, and TRPGs have come a long way since then, leading to the recent rise in 2D pixelated graphics set in 3D environments with immersive worlds and storytelling. Sword of Convallaria is the latest game to drop in this category. It features the same tactical RPG elements that we have all come to know and love, along with some new ones: choice-based storytelling, beautiful 2D NeoPixel graphics, multiple classes to master, and of course, incredible musical set pieces. If you're a fan of tactical RPGs like Final Fantasy Tactics, Fire Emblem, and Triangle Strategy, then this game is for you. Sword of Convallaria features two modes: an online mode called Elysium, which includes monetization and in-game purchases, and Spiral of Destinies, a 60+ hour long single-player story mode with an immersive choice-driven narrative featuring multiple endings and is completely free of monetization.
街を脱出した後は
バラバラになると思います。私のような身寄りのないものが大半ですし。
The story is set in the land of Iria, which has garnered the attention of her neighboring states because of the discovery of a rare type of crystal called Luxite.
権力争い、外部勢力の介入、過激化する宗教問題や民族対立。
You assume the role of a somewhat silent protagonist suffering from amnesia and join a mercenary group called the Sword of Convallaria to escape captivity, and this is where the story begins.
どうしてこんなところに
Once you reach the town of Convallaria, your initial goal is set to bring stability to the small town. This is done by taking on various missions which have their own victory and loss requirements. Completing these quests grants you with stability points which are needed to further progress the story. These quests vary in difficulty and rewards, so it is important to see firsthand what the victory spoils are. Some of these rewards grant your units new abilities, while others provide you with materials needed to craft valuable equipment.
こいつがありゃ敵に目に物見せてやれるぜ。
The game progression is broken down into weeks, meaning that every time you take on a quest, a week or even more will have gone by. It is crucial to meet your goals within the given duration of time. As you progress through the story, new facilities in your bustling small town will open up, such as the training ground, rest area, and a research facility. Each of these facilities play a pivotal role in ensuring your band of mercenaries remain fighting fit, along with getting all the necessary help that they can get. For example, deploying units in battle costs stamina, and continuously using the same units over and over again will deplete their stamina points. Having them rest at a haven will restore their stamina, making them battle ready the next week. Training units that are not being deployed in battle at the training ground can help them gain valuable experience points to level up and even learn new skills. And there's a lot going on in the town of Convallaria. You can go for a stroll through the town, speak with NPCs, learn new information, and unlock new quests. Regular visits to the tavern will allow you to recruit more units for a hefty price, of course, and as you progress through the story, more units will join your group. Another thing that I noticed about the Sword of Convallaria is the distinct visuals. The game uses NeoPixels, which is a blend of 2D pixel art set in a 3D environment but with light and illumination elements that account for direct light source and its reflection on the environment, which not only adds depth but contributes to premium high-definition picture quality and lighting effects. After selecting my character type and going through a few tutorial battles, the game took me to Elysium, where I was able to get a random set of characters and do more battles to understand the battle system further.
少なくとも信頼できる仲間たちが必要だにゃ。
Elysium is an online mode where you can play with friends, pay to get in-game currencies, to get legendary characters and equipment, and it comes with its own level design. After reaching a certain point, the game then switched to the story mode, Spiral of Destinies. And this is where I got the classical tactical RPG experience. Battles are divided into quests and event battles. You can partake in any quest battle once in a given week. Event battles are also called critical battles and are story focused and move the narrative further. All of these battles take place in a true turn-based TRPG fashion. selecting your unit for battle, moving them to a certain tile, and choosing a skill to attack the enemy unit. And the characters in the game span various classes, each with their own unique abilities and distinct style. Some can knock back enemies while others can launch rapid assaults and then safely retreat. Using a skill or an action requires ability points called NRG, and you recover one NRG at the end of every unit's action. Many of the maps feature interacting objects that require effective utilization. Like these barrels, attacking them will cause an AoE explosion dealing damage to all those close by, even your own units. Casting fire-based magic on grass tiles sets them ablaze and hinders enemy movements and damages any unit that steps on them. Strategy is the key in utilizing these interactive objects, like here, where I push back a strong enemy unit onto a fiery tile that damages it and restricts its movement. Sword of Convallaria features a system similar to attack breaks from Fire Emblem called class counters, where a certain type of enemy unit has an advantage over another. This makes it vital to deploy your units after assessing the jobs and classes of your foes. Knowing which class has the upper hand and which doesn't will help you select your units to deploy and plan your moves accordingly. And in case you forget, the game will still show you how effective your attack will be. Another feature that adds depth to the battle system is the health state of your units. When a unit's HP drops to a certain percentage, they enter a state called injured, which decreases the amount of damage they deal and increases the damage that they receive. The lower the health, the more enhanced these effects become. If you lose a battle or make a mistake, you can use Backtrack, a feature that allows you to go back in time. You can go back to previous rounds or character turns and try a different approach. This is a super helpful feature, especially when you are still learning about the game and are not sure about which units to utilize effectively. As you progress, you'll unlock tactical skills, equipping which to carry into battle and utilizing them effectively can change the tide of battle in your favor. These skills can be used only once per battle and consume tactic points. Oh, and at any given time during your fights, you can turn on this feature called Auto Battle. As the name suggests, your characters will act automatically and will not require any manual inputs from your end. Toggling this option will also increase your battle speed. All of this comes in really handy, especially when you're looking to grind and gain experience. You can also switch between the online and story mode whenever you want. Returning to Elysium after you've made significant progress in the story mode will net you some nice rewards. So make sure to check back on a regular basis. Sword of Convallaria features some incredible music. From the moment I started the game, I was immediately hooked. There are a total of 50 unique tracks that play over different maps, stories, and cutscenes, all beautifully composed by Hitoshi Sakimoto, renowned for his work on Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy XII, and Tactics Ogre. Sakimoto's interactive music enhances the immersion, complements the game's atmosphere, and leaves a lasting impression. You might look at the screen and see tiny mouthless characters interacting, but it is the incredible voice work that really brings out the emotion and depth of these 2D sprites. The entire voice work is in Japanese, and it is top-notch.
この先の町がスズランの剣の拠点だ。まあ。
Featuring the voice talents of Kazuhiko Ino, Oi Yuki, and Takuya Iguchi. I did not find any English voice work in the version of the game that I played, so to some this might be an issue, but if you're an anime fan like I am, reading subs with Japanese dialogue is perfectly fine. With the 10 hours of gameplay time that I got, I will say that I really liked Sword of Convallaria. It is slated to be a free-to-play title with the story mode spanning over 60 plus hours with the spring 2024 release date on Steam and Windows. A Nintendo Switch port is already in development with plans to release on other consoles somewhere in the future. The online mode has some gacha elements to it, but that is how the studio will make money and keep adding new content to the game. And you can completely stick with the story mode if that is not your thing. With a great narrative, strong battle mechanics, beautifully composed music, amazing visuals, and strong RPG gameplay elements, Sword of Convallaria is sure to please fans of the tactical RPG genre.